Um, Tell me how we can diversify our energy sources in a mindful way, taking into account growing demand and the energy transition.
Yeah, by being brave. We got to be brave and we got to embrace the now, which is the technology that we have. I think a lot of what we've done as an industry has been exceptional over the years. I think the challenge that we're faced now is how do we accelerate faster? How do we get more value from the capex that we need to spend? How do we change the paradigms that we had in the past to really go after schedule and schedule growth? Because that's really where this is about now. Energy security, we need it accelerated, we need it now, right? And that's how we do that.
Great. What sectors of the energy industry are most in need of investment?
Yeah, I think, look, there's probably a couple of areas that I would really hone in on. Right? When you look across kind of energy, it is the ability to connect the dots across the space that you need to invest in. So I'd say in energy, it is about being smart with the technology. How do you maximize your digitization in terms of looking at the data that you have, and how do you do that, and how do you use that to become more efficient? Look, I think the other thing is really about decarbonization. And it is that a carbon intensity that we need to go. The journey to net zero is a journey we're on. We're all going to get there, and we're all going to get on that train together. I think the way that we accelerate it, the way that we get value out of it, and the way that we do it is really, really important. I think the decarbonization piece is very important.
Okay. What are the top three energy transition investment trends in 2022?
Top three. So the first thing I would say is what we're seeing all over from an energy transition standpoint is really people looking at carbon capture, utilization, storage, so CCUS. So how do we reduce carbon emissions, and how do we do that and store it in somewhere that's really important? So if we look across the globe, that's the thing that we've seen the most happening probably in the last 3 years than we've seen ever before. I think there is a real move as well to hydrogen. And when you see hydrogen, whether it's blue, whether it's green, that's starting to become a lot more prominent. Now, I think there's ways to go in hydrogen in terms of really getting it, but the amount of early phase interest that we're seeing is really important. And the last thing I would say from an energy transition standpoint, it is almost into that energy security piece. So it is about maximizing production, but it's doing it through a lens of how do we decarbonize as we go. So they're the three top things I would say.
And why is the demand for energy increasing worldwide?
So the demand from energy is increasing worldwide. So think about it from an energy security standpoint. So we've seen where traditional suppliers are coming. The geopolitical situation has become a little bit fraught. So what you're seeing is there's a huge premium at the moment from where you can get gas. I think on gas and other types of traditional fossil fuels. I think the other thing that's also there is that you do have economies that are starting to recover. And in order for economy to recover, what you're seeing is more economic production. And when you see more economic production, what underpins that? You need to have energy in order to do that. So that's pushing, and that's pushing all across the globe.